Nah, chat. I ain't gonna lie. The biggest fall off is probably Lil Pump, man. Yo, that nigga dropped a song and nobody knew, bro. That nigga released recently. Like, he dropped a whole project. A whole project and nobody knew. Nah, chat. Nah, if you was to ask me this question about Lil Pump, like yo, Rat, if you were a record label, would you be pissed? Nigga, I'm pissed. Cause this nigga finessed the fuck out of his record label. This nigga got like 12 million type shit. Chat, y'all remember? That nigga just released a song with Soulja Boy, Mona Lisa, 2022. This shit got 420,000 plays. Oh my god. Bro. Let's listen. Let's make a 420,301.
Hey man, shout out to all them bitches, man. Shout out to Mona Lisa, nigga. You know what the fuck going on?
He sold under 2,000 on his newest album. Oh my god.
Hey. Shout out to Mona Lisa. Shout out to Mona Lisa. I heard she got the Nina. Shout out to Mona Lisa. I said shout out to my pastor. He said I'm a disaster. He said, boy, you is stupid. You need some education. You is...
Oh my god, chat. Oh my fucking goodness, bro. Oh, brother.
Watch this, it's about Lil Pump's fall off, it's a W video.
Lil Pump recently dropped an album and nobody noticed. As of today, it has...
I swear, right? Nobody noticed. Hold on. Let me watch this shit.
Lil Pump recently dropped an album and nobody noticed. As of today, it has
W Gremlin Rat? Please let me
Gremlin Rat.
2.3 million streams on Spotify, or roughly 1,536 equivalent album sales in 1 month. Hip-hop fans have been high-key praying for a long time. But it was something that happened on March 22nd, 2020, where his career reached the point of no return. And as we go through all of the events that led up to that very specific moment, you won't be surprised why Lil Pump is where he is today. Mazzy Garcia was that kid in school who was always in trouble, always fighting, always talking back to teachers, and getting kicked out of class. Yet somehow, he was considered charming and likable amongst his peers. His charisma and airheadedness made people think he's not a bad kid, maybe just a little misguided.
2017 days,
he didn't get on the right path during his years at Charles W. Flanagan High School and would be expelled for inciting a riot. He actually got expelled from all public schools in South Florida. At the age of 15, he enrolled in Jaman Opportunity School, which is basically known as the school for bad kids. But he was also kicked out of there.
He got expelled for starting a riot?
Around
What the
South
fuck?
Florida with his friend Omar, aka Smoke Perp, who was an aspiring rapper with a little bit of buzz on SoundCloud. Pump would appear in his videos from time to time, but he was never meant to be a rapper. He would freestyle a little bit, but never took it seriously. One day in early 2016, Perp...
You gotta react to eyes. Give him a try.
forced Pump to record his first song, titled 30s. From here, he spent most of his time posting funny videos on social media. Rapping was kind of a side hobby for him since Perp was the one who was getting buzz. He was kind of just along for the ride. SoundCloud rap as a whole exploded to new heights.
Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie. Pretty boy Fredo put me on a Smoke Perp. Chat, who put y'all on a Smoke Perp? I ain't gonna lie, Fredo put me on.
Music media outlets such as No Jumper
Alright, well, friends, I want all these.
Double check and make sure you're subscribed real quick. Might as well hit the like button too. Drink water. The perfect storm of SoundCloud culture hit just at the right time for Perp and Pump. March of 2016, Chicago music video producer Cole Bennett gets his first viral music video with Famous Dex. Hit him with it. 1 month later, Cole does the very first Lyrical Lemonade live show. He booked Lil Uzi Vert as the headliner, and it was Uzi's first show ever in Chicago. Thousands attended. It generated a lot of local hype.
Chat, y'all think Dexter?
Bro, can you turn off the Lil Uzi All Alone sound? You gonna ruin a song before it drop.
Shut up, bitch. Fuck. No, I'm laying. Thank you for the donation. No, still. Anyway, yo, chat, y'all think Dex and Uzi are still friends?
Clips of the show were bringing a lot of views to the Lyrical Lemonade YouTube channel. Cole knew he had to maintain the quality uploads and work with buzzing artists if he wanted his channel to build momentum. He got in contact with Smoke Perp and made the 20-hour drive from Chicago to Miami. This is where the iconic Ski Mask video was born.
I don't think
where
they're
Lil
beef,
Pump had a
but
massive
ew, what
gun
the
in his
fuck?
mouth.
That was
Cole
mad
thought Pump
gay.
was hilarious, and they became good friends. The Ski Mask video was posted conveniently one day after the iconic XXL Freshman Freestyle video. 3 million views in 1 week, and it had kids all over the world hunting through the depths of SoundCloud to find more underground gems. Also at the time, Adam22's No Jumper YouTube channel was certified as the place to go to for underground rap. He was
Nostalgia, chat, nostalgia.
Suicide Boys, Puya,
Best rap era,
Yachty, and many
facts.
others. Smoke Perp was buzzing and seemed to be next up from the underground scene. He was doing mini tours around the country, generating hype on SoundCloud just behind the XXL Freshman guys. He got in with Cole Bennett at the perfect time and was embraced by Adam22. You can't find an old video of Perp without Pump in it. They were often associated together, almost like a duo. The more Smoke Perp grew, the more opportunities came to Pump.
But Pump didn't have the same opportunities that all of you have to grow as an independent artist. Because today, we have Indie Amplify. Indie Amplify is the one-stop shop for all of you independent...
W promo, can't lie. That was a W intro to a fucking promo. W intro to a promo, chat. W intro, I can't lie, I can't look it up. W promo, chat. He got me, chat. He fucking got me. Well, y'all expected that? He got me.
From now until January 30th. Winners announced on the following day, January 31st.
That was smooth, not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying.
Today. Thanks, Indie Amplify.
2017 was truly an iconic year for Lil Pump. Probably the craziest blow-up of all time. All of 2016, he was known as Perp's pill-popping best friend, posting videos of him doing not safe for work things on Twitter, and just casually dropping music. But 2017, Pump decided he was going to release music more consistently and give the music career a shot. Him and Perp would spend a lot of their time in LA. Most aspiring artists, especially at that time since there was a very active scene,
always go to
would
LA.
temporarily or permanently move out to LA. Cole Bennett and Lil Pump linked up out there to shoot the D-Rose music video. It was also the first time he was featured on the No Jumper YouTube channel. The video for D-Rose dropped and got around 500,000 views from the start, becoming his biggest song to date. His SoundCloud was growing very consistently. The song Movin' racked up 1 million streams in just a couple of weeks. It was safe to say that Pump was starting to build his own fan base separately.
Best rap era, chat. Pump wasn't ass, chat. He was never ass.
Around this time, he signed a social media deal with the company called The Lights Global. The founder, Dooney Battle, was responsible for blowing up the Juju on the Beat trend in 2016, and he was very well versed in how social media was going to change the music industry. He saw the potential in Lil Pump and knew he could be a big star. This is when he had around 100,000 Instagram followers. The social media agency would push his music through their network of various influencers on social media, accumulating about 160 million followers, as well as helped him with growing his fan base. They would encourage him to keep posting these wild
Pump was
videos
funny
and pictures
too, bro.
on social media, and they helped get those moments more attention. The No Jumper Tour. 6 dates down the West Coast. And luckily, Adam22 was vlogging the whole thing because they were about to show the world.
Niggas said that Juju on the beat,
filming each
nigga,
other,
back.
drinking lean and taking Xanax.
Why y'all
staying
niggas
up
doing
until
that,
5 in
man?
the morning, only to drive multiple hours the next day for the next show. The No Jumper Tour was a drug-induced farce, and the fans couldn't get enough of it. Die-hard fans of Pump, Perp, and No Jumper were getting put on the vlog during meet and greets, showing that despite the celebrity image they displayed, they still did care about the fans. Half the viewers watching on YouTube either felt inspired and proud to watch these young kids chase their dreams, and the other half were like, how is this 16-year-old with pink hair taking Xanax and headlining?
Ray, I already got
In
some
fact, one of the
couple
biggest
pics. I got a
videos on
parlay.
No Jumper to this day is this tour vlog where Lil Pump spends thousands of dollars on designer clothing at the mall and then takes it back to the $30 Motel 6 where he's sleeping for the night. Fuck J. Cole. A meme that was started in Lil Pump's
I got
comment
J.
section
Cole did
for
not
literally
lie, chat. He did
So
fall
Pump ran
off.
with it, trolling J. Cole because it made people mad and got his engagement up. The new generation of rappers didn't feel like they owed
Chat,
respect
did
for
J.
lyrical
Cole
rappers
lie?
or classic
He did
hip-hop
not lie.
enthusiasts, especially when they didn't get the mutual respect. And considering the music that was coming out from new rappers these days, it was pretty clear that these new rappers had no intentions of trying to write poetic masterpieces. But J. Cole kept the spirit of traditional hip-hop even through the 2010s, so dissing him made rap fans mad. But it also made the rebellious kids love Lil Pump even more. People who loved him and hated him started following, streaming his music, and blowing him up. And they were going back to the tour blogs to get an idea of who he was. I don't think this diss track ever came out, but it got the attention it needed on social media, so it didn't have to be released. He spent the summer of 2017 working on his debut album, Lil Pump. Pump stripped down rap music to be as simple as it could get. Really loud, overblown 808s, and extremely generic lyrics. Usually had a cool or simplistic melody in there too. He came up with simple hooks that would get stuck in your head, even if you hated it. His music was a guilty pleasure. It went hard at a party. It wasn't meant to do anything other than to get you turned. He even had the in-your-face rebel attitude to go along with it. That's why he
W album, to be honest. W album. I can't lie, Chad. W fucking album. Chad, W or L album. That was a good ass album.
Then they came up with the derogatory term mumble rap in 2016, in which Lil Pump became the poster child for. Lil Pump was the true downfall of rap in the minds of the gatekeepers. To them, he extracted all of the beautiful artistic and poetic qualities of hip-hop and glorified all of the negative aspects of the rap game. But he wasn't just a rebel. He was funny as hell. I mean, his lyrics were so ridiculous you could get a great laugh at the pure stupidity.
I gotta lie, Chad, I met Pump multiple times.
I sold crack on PayPal.
That nigga's security guard, that nigga's security guard be protecting the shit out of him. So that, I ain't gonna lie, Chad, I'm like, yo, no wonder why you don't never see that having a Pump. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that nigga's security guard is on point, bro. I've been seeing that nigga do some crazy shit.
Since elementary, my grandma selling Loud Pack, Lil Pump f***ed your mother, then I rob your brother. I mean, don't tell me you and your friends don't want to shout, me and my grandma take meds, while getting lit and having a great time at a party. The rap game is filled with cool guys. Lil Pump was just a rambunctious kid, full of charisma and is having fun. How could you not love him? But to go along with the music, he changed the game for Instagram. Social media was already the new way to be a poppin' artist. There was one thing Pump knew how to do, it was go viral. And like I said before, his social media agency that he was signed to was probably helping him a ton with this. Pump had 700,000 followers and people didn't know who he was. And I say that with air quotes because now to get 700,000 followers, you probably need TikTok, a Billboard charting song or at least a viral TikTok song. Like back then, you could still kind of fly under the radar while having a massive fan base. His age had a lot to do with this as well. Almost all of his music press at the time had to do with him being a 16-year-old Xanax rap sensation. Really young kids have an advantage when they blow up because the youth can directly relate to them. And we all idolize people in our youth. We look up
I hate TikTok, but niggas gonna have to accept it.
So looking up to someone that's the same age as you is kind of like being
I don't like the TikTok rap.
That everyone wants
SoundCloud era over
Except
TikTok era,
rapper,
100%, bro.
Personality,
TikTok rap is ass.
Every school in the country, maybe even global. But he also gained his own clout from people sharing his videos of him doing ridiculous shit. His Instagram was basically a meme compilation or a people doing stupid things compilation. This is a good thing, but also a bad thing, because a lot of people were treating him more as a way to get a good laugh and then go on with their day. But he was pursuing music, and a decent amount of people may not be interested in the music. They just want to watch you say stupid things on Instagram. $350,000 was the advance that he got for his 5-album deal with Warner Records.
Jesus.
With almost 1 million followers on Instagram, hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube, and a little bit of mainstream attention, it was the perfect time for him to drop a banger. Gucci Gang. August of 2017, the song dropped on SoundCloud and was instantly a hit for his fan base.
This nigga was like 6'9" when it came to clout without beefing. Facts or fiction?
It quickly racked up millions of streams on SoundCloud,
facts, bro.
And it was the lead single for his debut album. The Lil Pump's self-titled album drops October 2017, debuts number 3 on the Hot 200 and sells 45,000
It's so...
first week.
Oh my god. Chad, Gucci Gang with number 3? I did not know that. What the fuck?
Which is actually really good for somebody with a little bit of Instagram clout.
Well, said that's sad. Nigga, Cardi never went that high,
Miles. Just
saying, I'm just saying.
Crazy. The video dropped and gained 6 million views in one day, which is still even insane numbers today. Featuring a whole-ass tiger and Lil Pump looking like a 7-Eleven Slurpee. It was reaction fuel for YouTubers. The song got stuck in your head with a repetitive hook and a monotone delivery. One listen and you know all the words. Debuting at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Nigga said one listen and you know all the words.
Top 10
no, he's a dick rider.
At this point, you know why Lil Pump is controversial. The only reason why Gucci Gang was different is because this was his biggest song. It was on the radio, exposing him to a more mainstream audience, and more people who had absolutely no idea about the state of rap music used this song as what the genre had culminated to. By the end of the year, his shows got bigger, his money got longer, and did he start to calm down now that he achieved the highest level of fame?
He ain't lie.
Nah. He was able to finesse his way out of the record deal he signed with Warner just a few months ago, because when he signed it, he was only 17 years old. There's a certain due process that they need to legally adhere to, getting legal guardians involved, the courts, and all kinds of nonsense that they surprisingly skipped.
Finesse
And all
the shit
kinds
out
of
of
checks
them.
and balances to make sure that what they're doing is actually legal since they're doing business with a minor. We always hear horror stories about labels taking advantage of artists, signing them when they are desperate and not allowing them for a renegotiation later on. The label got Pump too. None of us are surprised. But when Pump blew up, he lawyered up and then pulled the Uno reverse card, allowing him to get out of his 360 deal that he signed just a few months back. Pump literally finessed the label, blew up, and became independent.
Finessed the
now
shit
he
out of them.
owns the damn masters to Gucci Gang and all the rest of his music, which is probably why he's still rich today. A music industry bidding war happened. Everyone wanted to sign Pump. He was the hottest artist in 2018. Labels were offering 7-figure deals, and a few months later he would end up locking in an $8 million deal with Warner, the same label that he signed with first. And this was only for one album.
Finesse the
This
shit out of
album,
them.
Harvard Dropout, which was already buzzing since he had been hyping it up. And at first people thought the one album deal was cap, but it wasn't. And actually to this day, Lil Pump is independent. 2018 was the year where literally every
crazy.
YouTube channel and late night show made a viral video making fun of Lil Pump. Even academics did it. J. Cole also dropped a song called 1985 in which he had a whole verse that seemed to be a diss at Lil
8
Pump,
million for one
responding
album.
to the J. Cole hype.
Your
from
favorite
the
rapper
previous year.
can never.
It technically wasn't a diss directly at him, but it definitely applied. Naturally, Lil Pump could care less about what J. Cole had to say, or anyone for that matter. He kept the rebellious attitude and kept the bangers flowing. To all of our surprise, though, they had a sit-down conversation where they interviewed each other, and it was actually very nice. Esquedit was the next Billboard charting song of the year, quickly followed by Welcome to the Party and what fans think is Pump's best rapping. Both of these songs were
Esquedit
racking up
was
hundreds
fire.
of millions of views. but the
Esquedit
staying
was
power
fire.
low. It was like something that his millions of followers wanted to watch once or twice and then forget about it. Plus, 2018 is the beginning of the oversaturation era, and with Tekashi 6ix9ine rising in popularity, there was only so much brain damage rap hip-hop fans could handle.
6ix9ine was
And
the
we
new
had
Pump.
the untimely passing of XXXTentacion, which was a massive shock
RPX. Ronnie, thank you for the sub.
to the world. He was on the same level of popularity as Pump, as they were both XXL freshmen that year, but X's fanbase was way more loyal, and I think the rap game respected his artistry a lot more. Hip-hop fans suffering a loss like that, and even Pump, who was friends with him, made it difficult for people to want to rock with Pump at the time. Plus, I mentioned 6ix9ine before. If you thought Lil Pump was crazy and out of control, 6ix9ine was 10 times worse.
Facts.
Beefs with literally every rapper, gang violence, shootings, kidnappings. I mean, you name it, 6ix9ine was involved in it every week. Watching some young rappers
Word, every
scream
week.
Esquedit and smash a hotel room just wasn't really crazy anymore for rap fans. I think Pump realized this, and he had to try to innovate where he could. He got arrested for driving without a license and then lied and told everyone he was going to jail for a couple of months. There's no proof that he actually did go to jail, but you'll see from here on out that his antics are starting to get a little bit tiresome, and fans are starting to easily dismiss it.
6ix9ine
The
was that
song
guy.
Drug Addicts
Facts.
drops, in which they swore would break the internet, since Pump got the Charlie Sheen cameo in the music video. And again, 100 million views, but didn't chart high. It just seemed weird because Pump was telling everyone how he was quitting Xanax and Lean all 2018. To drop this song just felt like he was moving backwards. The Harvard
That's crazy.
Dropout
Appreciate
album
the
was
sub.
supposed to be released in August, but it didn't. Instead, we got I Love It. A cultural moment for sure. Probably still one of the best music videos I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Kanye and Lil Pump,
Facts.
an iconic duo we could have never expected,
Iconic.
linked up and made a Billboard smash. This would be Pump's second most successful song to date.
This was his
At
last
point,
hit.
People who hate Lil Pump can't deny that he now has another song they're bumping in the club. This would have been the perfect time to drop his album. The Harvard Dropout meme was already a year old. He was on Billboard. He probably could have maybe even outsold his last project. But for some reason, he didn't drop. I guess they thought the Kanye single would continue the hype for a little while. 2018 was definitely a good year for Pump. None of the music he dropped lasted long, but him and 6ix9ine were the only rappers who could consistently get over 100 million views on a song. So for now, it was good. It wasn't until late February 2019 that the Harvard Dropout project would finally release.
It was late as
5
fuck.
months after I Love It charted.
I didn't even care
Which
no
in the
more.
rap game, especially the Lil Pump rap game, is an eternity. The meme had totally died out. Rap fans were exhausted from the nonsense
Facts.
that Pump and 6ix9ine were bringing to social media. Plus, DaBaby was rising in popularity, who brought some of that rebel energy, but backed it up with way better
With
music.
facts. Yeah,
Pump's
exactly.
once charismatic teenage punk energy turned into a famous rapper doing annoying publicity stunts to stay relevant. The album sold 45K first week, same as his first album. So yeah, that $8 million that the label spent on Pump
Lost
is
it.
gonna take a long time to make back.
Exactly.
It's safe to say this album was a flop.
Oh my god. Well, I wouldn't call the album a flop. Chad, would you call the album flop? 45K is still decent. But, like, for the label, that's a flop for what the fuck they thought he was going to do. You feel me?
And everyone that hated him were pointing fingers.
How many album sales is 8
I
million?
told you. The general.
How many album sales is 8 million? Like 150 to 200,000? Like 150 to 200,000?
General consensus was that Lil
It's not 800K. Shut up, chat. No, it's not 800K. Chat, it's not 800K. It's not 800K. It's not, chat. Because I remember Lil Baby, like, Miles, there's an actual report on it. Academics posted how much labels actually made off certain artists. You can look it up. He posted on it like end of the year. I remember him doing it.
Pump was falling off, which I admit was a little premature. I mean, we all know he's not an album artist.
One album costs $9.99. No, it doesn't matter about album sales though. You gotta understand it goes off. It's off, bro. It's also off streams. It's off, like, you know what I'm saying, radio. Like, you know what I'm saying. It's not. That's why I'm saying it's not 800,000.
Artists, so
there's a lot that goes into a factor. Even merchandise is considered an album sold. Like, you know what I mean.
However, Pump was still traveling the world, doing massive shows,
at the time at least,
screaming "Esket it," and seemed to keep his spirits high. He didn't drop any more singles for the rest of the year. He did a couple features, and he actually shifted his focus a little bit to Latin markets. He dropped a few songs with Latin artists that were getting some decent traction, especially the song Coronel, which is the biggest song he has released in the past 2 years. Naturally, Americans only pay attention to what's going on in their own country. He was still getting that worldwide bag, and now that he was independent after that one album release, you're keeping most of the money that you get. You don't really owe anything to a label, so your songs don't have to go that crazy to make a ton of money. He would only get attention from USA fans when he made a wild tweet or had another viral IG live. But it seemed more desperate than ever, and a lot of look at me energy from Lil Pump. 2020 was... Pump was making some changes. The desperation for attention was getting out of hand. He wasn't following up with good music either. However, in early 2020, according to his manager Dooney Battle, he had every major label still wanting to sign him. He even claims that Pump had an offer for $5 million, in which Pump denied the money. He wanted to stay independent. Most people probably thought that he was the type of guy to rush for another payday to fix his insane spending habits. But he trusted his team, and that they would have another big song. And he was famous enough and rich enough and had enough followers where there wasn't anything a label could do that he couldn't do on his own. And I think he made the right decision. But unfortunately, still to this day, he hasn't had that big song. The point of no return for Pump, in my eyes. The point where the desperation...
Oh my God, chat, remember Lil Tay? Yo, chat, what happened to Lil Tay? Chat, y'all remember Lil Tay? What happened to Lil Tay? Oh my God, chat, what happened to Lil Tay? The biggest flexer.
Not him shaving his eyebrows and claiming he was gonna make rock music. Not the post in the sports bra. The point in which I realized that the rebellious punk wasn't actually there anymore, and all we are left with is a celebrity needing another payday, was when this video dropped. The Dobre Brothers. Hit It If You Know You Lit, featuring Lil Pump. No rapper, no matter how much they're paying, should have done this.
Hit it if you know you lit. Yeah, you know you lit.
This song is horrible, even by Lil Pump standards. This is the least cool thing, the least rebel, the least punk thing you could ever do. This is worse than doing a song with Jake Paul. I mean, why? They better have paid you $1 million, bro. You can see it in Pump's eyes. He knows he shouldn't be there. He thought they were lit YouTubers, and when he showed up immediately, he was even like, damn, this is not gonna be a good look. He's barely looking at the camera. He's not dancing. They had to speed up the edits to make it seem like he was actually moving and dancing around. He can't even look at the kids around him. A few months later, Trump called him Little Pimp, and he went on this whole I support Trump wave, which definitely wasn't a good look, and a cry for attention. I mean, sure, he could have been genuine about it, but we know Pump has a history of doing whatever it takes to get some press, and he has never, ever discussed an even ounce of politics, so why would he start now? A bunch of lazy releases with basically no marketing ensued for the rest of 2020, with some Latin records sprinkled in there. From here, there pretty much wasn't anything Pump could do to get attention. And in 2021, he didn't even try. He dropped one English record and one Latin record, both only satisfying what's left of his core fan base. Then this last full album he dropped with Ronnie J, no promotion, no tweet, no nothing. Pump is the last person that can do this. But why? Maybe he's trying to get out of his deal with the Lights Global. Maybe there's stuff behind the scenes going on that we might find out about later or in a few years. Saying somebody's career is dead is definitely extreme. And most people think he will never come back. Obviously, the 17-year-old rebel is long gone. He needs to grow up a little. And I think he has. I truly do think he could have another hot moment. Not to the heights of where he was, but I think he could have another fun record.
So?
As long as the marketing isn't some lame publicity stunt and the music is just objectively good. Truthfully, him being independent is what allows him to chill, and his old music will be able to generate him a lot of money for years to come. A hot Latin record or a decent record every year should do the job. I always thought Pump had good intentions. Just a 16, 17-year-old kid who was making it happen, having fun.
He still took a W at the end of the day.
He still got really rich. He still does have people who care about him and love him all over the world. And he still does have a ton of opportunity, even despite his most recent album flopping. But I mean, think about it. If Soulja Boy is still able to have some hot moments 13 years after his peak, I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Pump could figure out the same thing. And if you want to check out how Soulja Boy maintained his relevance over the years, you can check out this video.
Nah, W YouTube video. Chat, WL YouTube video. W video. Hold on, quick ad. I'm in the restroom. Now he's broke. He owes the IRS money. I think I did see a report about Pump owing the IRS money, but man, Pump good, bro. He gonna pay that. That nigga got $8 million, bro.